All right, let's just dive right into today's explainer. We are going to be exploring a genuinely wonderful, super creative story written by a guy named Phil. And what makes this story so incredibly special is how it beautifully translates the everyday reality of adult social care into this epic superhero adventure. You know, we so often talk about care work in clinical or administrative terms, but Phil's narrative, it flips that script entirely. Through his eyes, we get to see the profound daily impact of support workers, completely reimagined as a vibrant battle between joy and grumpiness.
Right off the bat, this quote sets up our whole theme. We're starting on this beautiful, sunny day with Phil and his support worker, Chris. And just look at how Phil describes him. To the people they support, caregivers aren't just staff clocking in for a shift. They are literal superheroes. Why? Well, because they encourage, they listen, and they actively help transform difficult days into brilliant ones. It is just such a powerful reminder that the foundation of really great care isn't just logistics, it's deep, empathetic connection.
Section 1. Meet Team Shaftesbury. Before things get a little wild, let's ground ourselves in the real world and actually meet the everyday heroes behind this story.
So Phil introduces us to his support network, Team Shaftesbury. And I just absolutely love how he pictures them. We've got Debbie Duck, Blessing Mother Hen, Haley B. the Friendly Dragon, Greg Papa Smurf, and Sebastian the Crab. What are they up to? Well, they're huddled proudly around the Log My Care app. It's a brilliant way of grounding these whimsical characters in the reality of professional care work. They're using a digital platform to track, monitor, and most importantly, celebrate all the milestones and fun activities Phil has been enjoying.
And seriously, look at what they're celebrating here. Step by step, Phil is hitting these massive independence goals. We're talking step 1, cleaning his flat. Step 2, getting out into the community. And step 3, just building confidence and actually enjoying life. Now, to a lot of us, these might just seem like everyday chores, right? But in the context of supported living, these are monumental victories. Phil's story proves that routine support work yields incredible, life-changing results, and his team is just so proud of him.
Section 2. The attack of grumpiness. Because, let's be honest, every great story needs a conflict, right?
So what happens when grumpiness threatens to ruin a perfect day? It's a great question, and it illustrates a very real challenge in care work. You know, everything's going perfectly fine, and then, bam, the mood just suddenly shifts. How does the support team handle sudden anxiety or frustration? Well, Phil processes this common challenge through a highly imaginative lens, turning a sudden bad mood into a literal, physical ambush.
Just look at how Phil's imagination maps out this escalation. We start out at point 1, that lovely sunny day out with Chris. But then, point 2, boom! Out of nowhere, a flock of colorful parrots swoops down from the sky and carries them off. Which, honestly, is such a brilliant metaphor for how fast a day can get derailed by unexpected feelings. That drops us right at point 3, the sudden arrival of the evil Dr. Strange, whose whole master plan is to just spread grumpiness across the world. It perfectly captures that overwhelming feeling of a bad mood taking over. But don't worry, because point 4 is where Chris steps up to save the day.
Section 3. Unleashing caregiver superpowers. This is where we get to see exactly how the team tackles this sudden wave of grumpiness.
This perfectly captures the core metaphor of Phil's whole story. On the fantasy side, Chris transforms into the mighty Captain Smiley. He's not out there throwing punches or shooting lasers. His superpower is literally just making people smile wherever he goes, defeating grumpiness with pure kindness. And on the real-world side, that's Chris the support worker, stepping in to help Phil manage his anxiety and de-escalate the tension. It really goes to show that emotional regulation, kindness, and cheerfulness, those are literal superpowers, and they beat any villain out there.
And hey, Chris definitely doesn't fight this battle alone. The rest of the Guardians of Joy swoop right in. We've got Debbie Duck hurrying over, using playful jokes to get everyone laughing instead of arguing. Haley B., the Friendly Dragon, is flying through the sky spreading happiness. Greg Papa Smurf steps in, using his wisdom to keep the team working together smoothly. Then Sebastian the Crab jumps in with Phil and Chris, and they just act like total goofballs, pulling funny faces, throwing on colorful hats and silly wigs. And of course, we can't forget Blessing Mother Hen, just this deeply proud key member of the network. Each of these characters is such a clever way to show real support workers using humor, wisdom, and goofiness to completely neutralize a stressful moment and bring the joy back.
Section 4. Real-World Bravery Awards. So the grumpiness is defeated, the silly hats did their job, and Phil takes a moment to show some genuine appreciation.
At the end of this epic adventure, Phil proudly hosts a little ceremony and hands out these bravery awards.
He gives one to Team Shaftesbury for their immense kindness and teamwork, thanking them for the everyday things, like helping him clean his flat and standing by him through his anxiety. But what's really cool? He doesn't stop there. He gives an award to Tina James, the boss of Shaftesbury, for supporting both the staff and the people they help. And he makes sure to thank Haley B., who works on the rota, recognizing all that behind-the-scenes hard work. Phil totally understands that it takes an entire, coordinated network to provide great care, and he sees all of it.
And really, the ultimate takeaway of this explainer comes down to this one thought. Behind all the colorful parrots and the playful mother ducks, there is a highly skilled, deeply empathetic team of professionals. Their actual real-world mission is helping a person navigate their anxiety, build their own independence, and just live a really fulfilling, happy life. And as Phil tells us, they wrap up the day singing a happy song together, laughing and pulling silly faces for photos to celebrate another successful adventure.
So, as we wrap up today's explainer, I really want to leave you with a question to chew on. It is so easy to overlook the quiet heroism happening right in our own neighborhoods every single day. Phil's story is this beautiful reminder to look a little closer, to celebrate the everyday bravery, the seamless teamwork, and the literal superpowers of the care professionals all around us. So take a second today and think about it. Who are the Captain Smileys in your own community, helping others find their confidence and joy? Thanks so much for joining me today, and hey, keep an eye out for those local superheroes.